There's a famous saying that has echoed through centuries of wisdom: show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. At first, it sounds like just another cliche, something that belongs on a poster in a classroom or a motivational Instagram post. But look closer, and you'll find one of the deepest truths about human growth, success, and fulfillment hidden inside those words. Human beings are not islands. We are deeply shaped by our surroundings, the food we eat, the city we live in, the culture we inherit, and perhaps most importantly, the people we choose to spend time with. You could have the strongest ambition in the world, but if you spend every evening with people who laugh at ambition, dismiss effort, and glorify mediocrity, it is only a matter of time before your fire burns out. Conversely, you could be unsure, timid, and lacking confidence, but if you surround yourself with people who push you, challenge you, and inspire you, you will grow into the best version of yourself. Our standards of behavior, success, health, wealth, and even happiness are shaped by what feels normal to the people closest to us. If everyone around you spends their nights watching Netflix and complaining about life, that will feel normal to you. If everyone around you wakes up early, reads, hustles, and talks about dreams, that will also feel normal to you. The choice is yours. Think of life as climbing a mountain. You can climb with others who want to reach the peak, encouraging you when you're tired, showing you the path, and reminding you why you started. Or you can climb with people who prefer to sit at the bottom, mocking the effort, dragging you down when you try to rise. Which group you choose will determine not only how far you go, but whether you climb at all. In this long exploration, we'll uncover the science of influence, the hidden costs of surrounding yourself with the wrong circle, and, most importantly, how to intentionally build a circle of people who elevate your standards and propel you toward your goals. The science of influence. Psychologists have long studied how profoundly other people shape our behavior. In fact, research shows that we are social creatures to the core. Our brains are wired to adapt, mimic, and conform to those around us. One powerful mechanism behind this is something called mirror neurons. These are specialized brain cells that fire both when we perform an action and when we observe someone else performing it. In simple terms, when you watch someone yawn, you yawn. When you see someone working with passion, your brain simulates that passion inside you. This explains why being around highly driven, positive people elevates your own behavior without you even realizing it. Their habits, energy, and thought patterns leak into you through a process of unconscious imitation. Similarly, if your friends are lazy, cynical, and negative, that energy also imprints itself onto you. You can tell yourself you're different, but the science is clear. Humans conform to their environment far more than they realize. Another concept is social proof. Humans often look to others to decide what is acceptable, achievable, or desirable. If you are surrounded by people who earn average wages and believe life is just about surviving, you will subconsciously accept that as truth. If instead you spend time with entrepreneurs who believe money is abundant and growth is limitless, your brain starts to accept those standards. Sociologist Nicholas Christakis conducted famous studies on social networks and discovered that things like obesity, happiness, and even smoking habits are contagious. If your close friends gain weight, your likelihood of gaining weight increases significantly. If your friends are happy, your chances of happiness rise. The conclusion is inescapable. Your circle is not just influencing you, it is shaping you. Your standards are shaped by your circle. What you consider normal is not universal truth. It's what your circle has normalized. If your friends brag about partying every night, that will feel like the standard. If your peers regularly discuss business opportunities, books they're reading, or skills they're learning, that will feel like the standard. Consider elite athletes. Rarely do they train alone in isolation. They often surround themselves with coaches, teammates, or other athletes who demand excellence. Why? Because excellence thrives in environments where mediocrity is not tolerated. If you're the only person in your circle chasing growth, you'll constantly battle discouragement. But if everyone around you is striving for more, it becomes natural to strive as well. Steve Jobs once said, "My model for business is the Beatles." They were four guys who kept each other's negative tendencies in check. They balanced each other, and the total was greater than the sum of the parts. Jobs understood that greatness is rarely the product of isolated effort. It's the result of a circle that holds you to higher standards. The cost of the wrong circle. Let's be blunt. The wrong circle will cost you your dreams. The cost is not always obvious. It might not be someone openly telling you, don't chase your goals. Instead, it comes in subtle ways. The jokes about your ambition, the rolled eyes when you talk about your side hustle, the invitations to just chill when you know you should be working. Over time, these small frictions erode your willpower. Negativity spreads like a virus. One person constantly complaining about life can infect an entire group. And when that becomes the norm, optimism feels foolish, discipline feels extreme, and dreaming feels unrealistic. Before you know it, you've lowered your standards to fit the group, convincing yourself that mediocrity is good enough. Financially, the wrong circle is devastating. Studies show that your income is strongly correlated with the income of your 5 closest friends. If they have poor money habits, chances are you will too. If they spend recklessly, mock investments, or avoid growth, you'll likely mirror those behaviors. Emotionally, the wrong circle drains you. You can't grow when you're constantly defending your dreams against cynicism. You can't focus when you're caught in endless gossip. And worst of all, you can't become your true self when your circle punishes authenticity. The harsh truth, if you don't cut ties with toxic circles, they will cut the wings off your potential. How to identify the right circle. So what does the right circle look like? First, they challenge you. A true growth-oriented circle will not let you settle for excuses. They will hold you accountable, remind you of your goals, and sometimes push you harder than you push yourself. Second, they celebrate your wins. Toxic people secretly resent your success, making sarcastic comments or minimizing your achievements. The right circle cheers loudly for you because they are secure in themselves. Third, they think bigger. When you share an idea, they don't shoot it down. They expand on it. They ask, how can we make this bigger? How can we take this further? Fourth, they embody the values you want to adopt. If you want discipline, surround yourself with disciplined people. If you want to be healthier, spend time with people who live healthy lives. If you want financial success, spend time with those who understand and respect money. Red flags of the wrong circle include gossip, jealousy, complacency, constant negativity, and avoidance of growth. Ask yourself, do I leave my interactions with these people feeling inspired or drained? Do they raise my standards or lower them? Your answer tells you everything you need to know. Building your circle intentionally. Here's the hard part. The right circle doesn't usually fall into your lap. You have to build it intentionally. Start by seeking mentors. A mentor doesn't have to be someone you meet in person. It can be an author, a podcast host, a YouTuber, or a thought leader. Fill your environment with voices that challenge and inspire you. Second, join communities. Today, you can find like-minded people online in mastermind groups, forums, or local events. Surround yourself with people who share your ambitions. Third, bring value. Don't approach successful people with the mindset of, what can I take? Ask, what can I give? Even if you're not at their level, you can offer energy, effort, loyalty, and fresh perspectives. People remember those who contribute, not those who cling. Fourth, be patient. Building the right circle takes time. Sometimes you'll feel lonely after leaving toxic groups. But remember, loneliness while growing is better than company while dying. Becoming the right person. Yourself. Here's the twist. You can't demand the right circle if you're not becoming the right person. You attract who you are. If you want disciplined friends, be disciplined yourself. If you want ambitious peers, show ambition yourself. If you want supportive people, be the kind of person who genuinely supports others. Your circle doesn't just shape you. You shape your circle. Be the rising tide that lifts all boats. Elevate your friends. Encourage their dreams. Lead by example. The fastest way to gain access to better circles is to raise your own standards so high that you naturally resonate with them. Practical steps to elevate your circle audit. Your current circle, write down the 5 people you spend the most time with. Ask, are they helping me grow or holding me back? Limit exposure to toxic people. You don't need dramatic breakups. Simply reduce time spent with those who drain you and increase time with those who lift you. Replace time with growth inputs. Books, podcasts, documentaries, online courses. Let these voices become your temporary circle until you find the right people. Attend growth-oriented events, conferences, workshops, and seminars are fertile grounds for meeting like-minded people. Create a mini mastermind. Even 2 or 3 motivated friends meeting weekly to share goals and progress can transform your trajectory. Model the behavior you seek. If you want positivity, show it. If you want accountability, offer it. Be the mirror of the standards you wish to live by. Conclusion: choose wisely, grow relentlessly. At the end of the day, success is rarely a solo act. It's the product of countless conversations, shared energy, subtle influences, and the quiet standards set by the people around you. Your circle can either normalize mediocrity or normalize greatness. They can either drag you into gossip, laziness, and regret, or push you toward discipline, vision, and achievement. The choice is yours, and it is one of the most important choices you will ever make. Remember this: you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your circle. So choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who chase excellence, and excellence will become your standard. Be brave enough to let go of those who no longer align with your growth. And most importantly, become the kind of person others are proud to call part of their circle. Because at the end of your life, when you look back at the heights you've climbed, you'll realize you didn't climb alone. You climbed with the people you chose. Choose wisely. Grow relentlessly.